Monticello Corporation, makers of Paper Tiger and Digital Tiger, we want to thank you for attending today's webinar. We are honored to have Ann McGurty with us, who will be presenting excuse me, today to give you a general overview of Digital Tiger and what we are planning to do through Paper Tiger Online. Of course, it is impossible to give every detail in our 1-hour webinar, but we will try to give you as much information as possible. Please keep in mind, though, that the webinars will not address every workflow issue. The custom details are what you need Ann's services for, and later today she will be giving you details on a special she has available for you. Please take advantage of this special so that you will be able to be productive. Now let me tell you a little bit about Ann. She is CEO of Strategize and Organize. Ann is a professional speaker, a productivity expert, and author. She is nationally recognized as an expert and works with people throughout the U.S., in person and virtually, to customize a system to help make their lives more productive and organized. Ann has graciously offered 30 free minutes over the phone for anyone interested in more professional one-on-one assistance, for an opportunity for you to let her know what your needs are, and she can let you know what she can do for you. If you want to learn more about Ann and her services, please visit her website at www.strategizeandorganize.com. If you do not already have Paper Tiger, you can purchase from Ann's affiliate link, which I will be copying into the chat section for you to pick up. So please watch for that, and I will also be pasting her contact information into the chat section. Since we provide these webinars to you for free, this will help offset her time. In addition, all attendees for today's webinar will be entered into our Apple iPad contest, which ends at midnight, September 30th. If you have questions during the presentation, there is a question section in the lower right corner of your screen where you can submit questions. Note that there is a drop-down box for who you send your questions to, either to all attendees or to the presenters only. We will try our best to answer questions during the call today, but if we run out of time, we will be posting the questions and answers on our blog under the webinar category. This is also where we will be posting the webinar recording as soon as it is available. As information, we thought it might be fun for you to know, we currently have 23 in attendance in this webinar. As information, our developers have released Digital Tiger to a controlled beta testing, meaning that we are inviting by email to a controlled number of people at a time. We want to get past beta so that we can push this to the main app as soon as possible, so if you've already been invited to beta test, we need your feedback. The responses we've received so far have been great, so we believe it to be working pretty well. Please be patient if you've signed up to be in beta and have not received an email already. We do also plan to add Gmail and Gcalendar to the search at a later date, so you can kind of keep that in mind as Ann goes through the presentation today. Ann, thank you so much for your time and dedication to teaching others about Digital Tiger and how it will work with Paper Tiger Online.
Great. Thank you. Thank you for the wonderful introduction, Janet. And thank you all for being in attendance now. I see that we now have 25 people, and that'll change during the next hour. I appreciate everyone's time, and I hope that you will find lots of value and see the benefit of how Digital Tiger will help you with your organization. Before this call, you may have been frustrated with how you're organizing your papers and have been wondering how will you find the electronic information as well. Now, during this call, you will learn what tools to use to create a filing system for your paper and your electronic files. I want to help you minimize your frustrations on deciphering which tools are best for you and how to manage all of your information, whether it's paper or electronic. You will also learn the most cost-effective way to store your electronic information. After this call, or towards the end of it, you will know how to containerize all your information, whether it's paper or electronic, so that you can find it when you need it, and you'll know where to get started. On our agenda today, what we're going to address are the problems that people have and why they are drawn to a new product. I will be introducing Digital Tiger and how to get started, why Google and working with Google is part of using Digital Tiger. I will address security and backup, an opportunity for Q&A, and also, as Janet mentioned, in your GoToWebinar screen, you can see a little area where you can list questions, and we'll log those and prepare for those towards the end of this webinar. And also at the end, I will be offering a special offer in addition to a special offer that we have through the right now on purchasing Paper Tiger online. What people are saying. Based on our surveys, we know that some people have trouble getting their papers filed and organized so that they can find them again. And they also, some of them say that, their digital files is not a problem. Some people have trouble with their digital files, and their problem with paper is not a problem. But the reality is 72% of people are having a problem organizing and finding both their paper and digital files. Naturally, it makes sense to combine your paper and electronic information and use an easy-to-use system that helps you find your information instantly. Okay, with Paper and Digital Tiger, it may not be instantly, but we can guarantee you 30 seconds. With introducing the Digital Tiger is an Digital Tiger is an app. It works with Google Apps as a service from Google, which is provided independently, customizing versions of several different Google products. And it's under a custom domain name. And in our case, it'll be under the Paper Tiger Online. It features several web applications with similar functionality to traditional Office suites. And those Office suites in Google incorporate Gmail, Google Groups, Google Calendar, Google Talk, which is like a phone system, Google Docs, and different sites. Now, Google Apps is free and offers the same amount of storage as a regular Gmail account. Google Apps for Business, which offers additional email storage, is available for an annual fee per user account. And I'll go into fees a little bit later in the webinar. Google Apps for Education is also for free, and it combines features from the Standard and Premier editions. In addition to using shared apps, calendars, and docs, etc., there's also Google Apps Marketplace, which is an app store for Google App users. It contains various apps, both free and some for a fee, which can be installed to customize the Google Apps experience for the user. And I just want to mention here, why Google? Why did the Monticello company decide to use Google? Well, you want to use a secure and safe environment, and you want to use a proven methodology with unlimited potential to organizing your documents. The ecosystem of Google was the most obvious choice. So how will you get started? Well, there's four, oops, I see that's a little blurry there, but I'll say out loud. There's 4 easy steps to getting started. Naturally, you'll want to start with having a Paper Tiger online account. If you don't have a Paper Tiger online account, please use the link that Janet has listed here in the chat, and you can set up your account. Also, then you will set up your Gmail account. If you don't have a Gmail account, you will also be prompted when you set up your Digital Tiger account on how to set up a Gmail account. So, one, you're setting up a Paper Tiger online account. Two, you can set up a Gmail account at this time, or when you activate your Digital Tiger, it will prompt you at that time. And four, you will upload and convert your electronic files to Google Docs. Now, Digital Tiger, which is powered by Google Docs, is designed to work seamlessly with your Paper Tiger online. So by using the two products, Digital Tiger and Paper Tiger, together, you will be able to find documents that are digital files that were uploaded from your hard drive, or you can move forward and start scanning documents in an OCR PDF. OCR means optical character recognition, so that when you're using the search feature, it will find not only just the name of the title of the document, but it will dig deeper into any of the text within the document. A case in point example is this week, I downloaded a bill from a doctor, and you have doctor's appointments through the year, and the bills are all referring to different services, and this one I was able to find the one that had lab information. So with the OCR, you can more than find medical bill, certain date, you can dig deeper and find the one specific to lab results. When you have this kind of a setup, it will allow you to get you and your team truly organized and stop wasting time looking for lost information, as you will have one area that is containerized to find all of your information, both paper and electronic. So setting up your Paper Tiger online account. Again, if you haven't done so, you can go to my link here in the chat section and set up your account. Obviously by now you've realized, if you're using the Paper Tiger online, you've realized that you can find your files easily and quickly. If you haven't set up an account, I recommend that you set it up now or as soon as you get off this call. The sooner you set it up, the sooner you'll be able to benefit from finding what you need when you need it. Janet, Janet has included my affiliate link down at the bottom so you can get started. I just want to stop here because I want to be a little bit more interactive and see if anyone has any questions yet regarding the Paper Tiger online accounts. Do we have any questions? Yeah, Janet.
I don't see any at the moment.
Great.
Everybody's kind of quiet so far.
All right. Well, I just want to just give a little bit more interactive flow so you're not all overwhelmed towards the end. I also noticed that we're up to 32 participants now. So if anybody has any questions, feel free to, again, to put them into the chat box, and we'll be addressing them as we go through our webinar here this morning. Okay, so then going forward. Now,
and just a note, someone had asked, do we have to have Paper Tiger for this webinar? And no, you do not need Paper Tiger. This is just a view only today.
And that's a really good question for everyone out there. This is an informational webinar right now. It's an informational and it's kind of baseline instructional. You are not going to learn how to use the product inside out through this webinar. It's really just to get you familiar with what are the benefits of getting the Digital Tiger in addition to your Paper Tiger online. We want to show you how you can fastly and easily incorporate all of your paper and electronic information and find it in 30 seconds or less using this product. Now, in this area, what I'd like to do is we're going to show you, assuming that you have your Paper Tiger online account, then you will be ready to set up the Digital Tiger. I want to mention that the Digital Tiger is available to set up free with your basic or your pro plans on Paper Tiger online. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to tell you what we're going to be doing here, and then we're going to switch to a video where Janet will go through, Janet will take over the screen and show you a video on how to set up your Digital Tiger. Well, first it's going to review how you open up your Paper Tiger online account. Secondly, how you go to your account to upgrade your go to your account and you upgrade, and it reviews your invoices of what you've paid to date and gives you the option to open up the digital. Third, we're going to scroll down and show you how to activate your Digital Tiger. And fourth, we'll go to database preferences and activate digital search. There might be some other areas within the video that I didn't address here, but I want you to at least be aware of overall what we're going to do. So here we go. Janet, let's switch the screen over to you for, I think it's a 6-minute video that we're going to be looking at.
Anne, did you change presenters?
I think that would help. Okay, 2 seconds.
Okay. Bear with us for one moment.
Okay, I've made you presenter.
Okay. Okay, Anne, are you seeing the video here?
Yes, I am. I see works.
Very good.
Okay.
Hi, and welcome to the Digital Tiger. I'm going to show you today how to sign in to Paper Tiger online, and then from there be able to actually link Paper Tiger online to your Google account, what we call Digital Tiger. So the Digital Tiger will actually link with your Google account and allow you to, in one search, then Paper Tiger online, be able to use Digital Tiger to find any information in your Google files. That includes your documents, that includes the Google documents and all your PDFs. So let's get started and show you how to actually sign into and link Paper Tiger online to Google Docs and Digital Tiger. So signing into Paper Tiger is normal using the Digital Tiger. You just come in and you'll see your login screen and you go to the Paper Tiger normal sign-in process. So in our case, we set up an example account and our password. Come in, basically what we'll want to do is connect your Paper Tiger Online account to your Google account. You'll scroll down, click on the account, upgrades, invoices, scroll down. It's a very simple process. You'll look for Activate Digital Tiger with Google Docs. Connect your Paper Tiger account to Google Docs. Then what you'll see is it comes up and it says, this is the connection to Google. You'll type in, we do not store this, but you'll type in your Paper Tiger account or your Google account of it, and your password. And then what you'll notice is it comes up and it says, we're wanting to connect to your Google account. You grant access there. You can basically reverse this process at any time. And it comes up and says Google Documents account linked successfully, and then you can hide that. Now, what you'll see is when you go to your dashboard, and by the way, before I move on, activate Digital Tiger with Google. To disconnect, you just come here and it says disconnect your Paper Tiger account from Google Documents. So it's just one more click in the reverse direction to change what you just did. So then back at the main screen, we can then go into select one of our databases, click here, and then what you'll notice is if I do a search for, say, tiger, and you'll see that we found paper. This is the blue box, meaning we're in Paper Tiger Online, but we have not told Digital Tiger or Paper Tiger to look for digital files. So to do that, we'll go to Database Preferences, there, and then if you kind of look here, you'll see the first button is Activate Digital Search, and what that will do is actually show you the digital results, i.e. from Google Docs, when you do a search in Paper Tiger Online. So click there, go to the bottom, Update Database Settings. Now what happens when we go and you say Database, you see the top, it gives you a green reminder, Database Preferences. The Database Preferences have an update, so you can hide that. And you go here, you go search on and when you click Search, you'll notice that you see two boxes. One's a blue box, which would be your paper. These are your physical items. Could be paper, could be storage containers, could be anything that you're doing an index using Paper Tiger Online. And then you have a green box, and what you'll notice in the green box, these are your files from Google. So in one search, you can find both your paper and your digital files, which is pretty neat. And from there, I can download the file by clicking on the icon. I can click on any file digitally, and I can be launched into Google and see that file. So, for example, this file here, if I click on it, you'll notice it takes me straight to Google, and I'm actually looking at the file. I have all the power of Google right there in front of me. So I won't.
Okay, I know that was a little soft in the presentation for the video showing, so
Okay.
I wanted to. Anne, were you able to hear that okay?
The volume was a little low, but I think we'll deal with it. And if we have any questions, I'll be happy to address those.
Okay.
So, would you like me to take over?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Just to mention, we do have this published on our website currently. It's if you go to our website at thepapertiger.com, you'll see it at on the Digital Tiger tab page there. Okay.
All right. I'll take back the screen.
Okay. I'll give it back to you.
Okay. Can you see my screen? Okay. All right. Okay. So thank you, everyone. As you saw, that was a video that we have available on your on the website, on the blog, on how to switch over to Digital Tiger. And also, I am very happy in a free complimentary call to help you set up your Digital Tiger so that it's quick and easy for you. Some people like to be handheld through it, and I can do a share screen with you and help you do that as well. Now, once you've set up your Digital Tiger in connection with your Paper Tiger, you now have the platform connected with your Paper Tiger to Google Docs. And in Google Docs, there is going to be an area there that we're going to be looking at. Within Google Docs, you can do two things. You can manually upload existing files or folders to your hard drive. Now, I'd like to mention here, though, that if you are going to be converting files to Google Docs, I highly recommend that you change your web browser to Google Chrome. Google Chrome is a new, not a new, but it's the browser that I feel has the best functionality for accessing this information. And it kind of makes sense because it is a Google product. All right. Now, the secret to finding all your information is storing it all in one place. And the technology of the Google Docs ecosystem can handle all of your information and can handle your business growth with essentially unlimited storages for practically pennies on the dollar. Again, I'll look at the cost in a couple of slides down the road. All right, I also want to mention that when you manually upload using your existing hard drive, if you're using Google Chrome, you can do multiple folders. So you don't have to individually move over all your individual files. Okay, right now, after that, when you do the files that you want to have searchable on your Digital Tiger, you'll get that set up. Then the second step is today, moving forward, once you have your Digital Tiger set up, you can then start scanning today's information and other information going forward. And now Janet is going to be doing a video on how to use a scanning system. The one that we both seem to like, and I've had the best success with as well, is using the Fujitsu F-U-J-I-T-S-U brand ScanSnap. And here is a video on how they're using it at the Monticello company. Back to you. I got to give you the screen.
That's okay, I got it. Okay, hopefully you will be able to hear this one better. If not, I just want to let you know that it is on the Digital Tiger page. What is that? I'll plug it in. Okay, here we go.
Hi, and welcome to the demonstration of Digital Tiger. I'm going to show you today how you use the ScanSnap 1500M Macintosh version of the Fujitsu scanner to scan your paper files into PDF format and then load them into Google Docs. Please note that the ScanSnap 1500M is just one of many scanners that can be used to convert your paper to PDF format. The ScanSnap 1500M for Macintosh, and then there's available the 1500S, which is a Windows version of the same product. And then you could use any other scanner that would convert your paper into PDF format. So let's take a look as an example at the S1500M Fujitsu scanner. So what's great about this scanner is it's the Fujitsu 1500M. This is for Mac. It's very simple. There's only two. That's that, and now the document is completely in electronic format. You can either save this copy in Paper Tiger for backup, or if you're trying to go paperless, you can actually dispose of the document, shred it, etc. Now, what I want to show you, there's only one place in there is two scanning windows, but you open that little knob right there and open it up and pull the paper out and just start over. And you'll notice on the screen that you're seeing those documents come up. This happens to be a getting started with Paper Tiger software document with the data sheet. And very, very easy, very intuitive. And then you'll notice it's actually taking that document, turning it into a searchable OCR document. Then I have a number of choices, as I'll point out to you. I could take it in this first option here, scan to a folder, which means I can put it on my desktop if I wanted to. I can scan it to email if I wanted to actually send this document on to someone via email. I can print the document. I can scan to Google, which I'll come back to in a second. That's what we're actually going to do. I can scan to Word if I want to manipulate the document in some way. I can scan to Excel, or I can put it into iPhone. I happen to be working on a Mac, the Windows version of the software, which we use also, and it works virtually identical. The Windows version seems to have a few more features in some ways, but it does exactly the same thing for our purposes. So the option we're going to choose is the scan to Google. Now notice right below the icon is a list of settings, which it says what email address, what password would you like to use. If I click here, I convert to a searchable PDF, which means it'll actually OCR the document prior to sending it to Google. You may or may not want to do that on very large documents. You may want to have Google do it because you can bring it in and Google can convert your documents to a searchable format as well. But it'll slow you down a little bit if you have a very fast computer, which scanned image, which means it'll make a copy of that exact same scanned image and put it on my desktop. So it'll basically save it to my desktop and put a copy in the cloud at the same time, which is pretty neat. I have a lot of files saved in Google Docs, a lot of PDF files, but you'll notice this file here, if I click here, I can see a little thumbnail, and it says getting started with.
Okay, Ann, I'm going to switch back to you. I think that's
okay. Great.
Okay,
great.
The scanning to from the ScanSnap. Any scanner will work. Let me just put this in. You can scan your documents from any scanner. The scanner that you already have, you can scan to your desktop and upload it to Google Docs. That's fine to use. We just use the ScanSnap and recommend the ScanSnap 1500 because it does, with the software, scan directly to Google Docs. Okay, Ann, I'm going to switch it back to you.
All right, thank you so much. All right, so I just want to elaborate a little bit on what we were looking at here with Jim going through that scanning process. Now, with Jim, he was using the a very current version of the ScanSnap, and it essentially is a plug and play. And plug and play, as you may know, is something where you just plug it in and all of the downloadable features and benefits of using that system will pop up. I do want to point out, though, that some people have older systems, they have older scanners, and it is not as streamlined and easy to set up. So you may need to contact your scanner provider and find out what is a third-party option that's available, and generally it's for free, where it can then streamline to upload directly into Google Docs. So that's one option. Excuse me. Another option is when you scan your documents, you can create on your desktop a folder and say uploads for Google Docs. So you can scan it and then label it in that folder called Upload to Google Docs or whatever makes sense for you. And then you go to your Google Docs and you upload that folder. After you upload that folder, then I recommend that you go back and delete that folder or refile those documents on your hard drive. And we'll deal with, address with backup here shortly as well. And then a third option is, as I said, I offer a free 30-minute consultation to people to help them get started and strategize on how there are benefits for their organization to using this product. And if there is a technical issue, I find that I'm not the best person for that. I do, however, have a partner here who I work with who's happy to talk with you, and there might be a minimal fee for that to have his technical expertise quickly help you set up whatever older scanner or computer that you might have to get connected. All right, so you might have, there might be some issues that we deal with, but for the most part, with people with current systems, the ScanSnap is just super quick, easy, and just on the mark, and you can get ready to go tomorrow or today. When we talked, okay, so here I'm going to talk about cost. Now, why are we using Google Docs? I mentioned earlier that we're using Google Docs because Google has the largest ecosystem out there. And when you're using a tried and true product and service and company, chances are you're going to be a lot more successful. Google Docs is the least expensive online storage out there. The truth about other products is that they're expensive. I have found working with many clients over the last couple of years that they are completely overwhelmed and frustrated by the choices of other online storage companies. There's lots of bells and whistles, and there's sometimes a lengthy sales process, and what's happening is they're buying much more technology than they need. When you compare Google Docs to others, it is the lowest cost option. If you look down at the bottom here, we're looking at Google Docs, which just looking at the basics of storage of 20 gigabyte a year, it's only $5, 20 gigabytes, it's $5 a year. Okay, you can go to 80 gigabytes for 20 a year, or get as many as 200 gigabytes for only $50 a year. If you use other companies that we've used for an example, OfficeDrop and Knowledge Tree, OfficeDrop is 200 gigabytes is $2,400 almost per year, which is 48 times as much as what you're paying with Google. With Knowledge Tree, another popular choice for people, the same storage is $4,700 per year. That's 94 times as much as using Google online storage. Now, I want to point out that any cost that you do use within Google, there is the additional fee, obviously, of buying Paper Tiger online. But it is minimal, and the return on investment is phenomenal because you have all of your information contained in one environment, and you have a tool that works exclusively with Google Online, and you still have to, with other products, have to refer back to Paper Tiger and then look at their electronic version to find the files. So hands down, Google Online Storage is the best option. And you need Google Docs because Digital Tiger uses Google Docs for the storage engine, as you just saw. As you can see through this model here, that you're able to purchase any additional needed disk space. And note that when you're using PDFs, they do take up a lot of disk space. So you will probably, in most small businesses, need to add disk space. But it is, as you'll see, at an unbelievably inexpensive price. Comparing to the other paper management, document management systems on the market, you could save thousands of dollars per year. And realistically, the reason I feel so strongly about being a product spokesperson for Paper Tiger is that I have worked with people over the last year and a half who are just so frustrated because they are wasting so much money on other online storage systems and still not able to find what they want. So the organization of the processes that you have available, working with me as a productivity consultant and using the product of the Digital Tiger with Paper Tiger, you will be able to find things easily and inexpensively. Now, for some people, there are other add-on products available for how do you work with your Google Documents? Some of you may not be very familiar with working with Google Docs yet, so this may be new information, a little bit over your head. But for those of you who have used Google Docs in the past and are die-hard Microsoft fans of using Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, using those specifically. Actually, let's look at Microsoft Word, for instance. When you have a document within Google Docs, you're going to start relying more and more on using the Google ecosystem for creating documents, managing your documents, and you're going to really like the usability and easiness of those applications. However, sometimes you're still going to be on your hard drive, on your computer, and using Microsoft Word, the Microsoft Word products. There is a product called Google Cloud Connect, and what that does is that it uses a downloaded program that synchronizes your activity in Microsoft Word to your Google account. So you're able to share and collaborate the information on your Microsoft Word as you are doing the you're working on the document. If you are offline, though, say you're in an airplane or you're in a place where you don't have access to the internet, the Google Cloud Connect will be idle, and when your Wi-Fi or internet access is available, it'll automatically synchronize to your Google account. With that ease of systems, what will happen is you will always be assured that whether it's on your hard drive or in your Google Docs, that they will always be synchronized and you'll be able to find the information quickly. Now, as I just mentioned, though, I only really referred to your Microsoft Word products. We are moving forward in the development with the Digital Tiger of incorporating Gmail into the search engine of Digital Tiger. Now, for a lot of people, they're very attached to Microsoft, and they're attached to their Outlook. And personally, I'm one of them. However, I have seen through my technical partner that the Gmail environment will be able to easily synchronize and collaborate your information with Microsoft. So for those of you who are thinking about, how is this going to affect Outlook and how does Gmail compare to Outlook? I did a small analysis here that with Outlook, you need Microsoft Exchange to collaborate and access your information. Well, for an individual person, that can be extremely expensive. I know I have used a very rudimentary system which cost me about $35 a month to synchronize my Outlook in a Microsoft Exchange environment. It does help me find things quickly, and it is accessible in a web-based environment, so that's handy. Gmail also has that available. You can access it anywhere, and in most cases, there's no charge. There's other products that add-on products to Microsoft Outlook, and some of them that you might be familiar with are clearcontacts.co or Exobunny, which is actually inbox backwards. And these are other systems that are add-ons that help you organize your emails. Well, Gmail does not require an add-on. It's just part of their natural product. So obviously, it is something that if you don't have to add particular add-ons to it, it's a much easier system to work with. With Outlook, sharing calendars tends to be difficult. And most organizations that I've worked with over the years of consulting, it seems to always require that their IT specialists to come and help them deal with sharing their calendars. With Gmail, it's really easy. Gmail, you just set up a new calendar, you can set up multiple calendars, and you have control on how to share those calendars very easily. Another area I want to point out with some of the Outlook add-ons is I have found out that they gob up an awful lot of space on my computer, a lot of memory, and a lot of it slows down my system. So personally, over the last few years, although I've loved the collaboration and organization that those add-ons offer, what may happen is they often underperform and freakishly overwhelm my system and shut it down. Gmail has not done that. Now, where I'm saying soon, though, the Digital Tiger will soon be able to include in their search engine not only your Google Docs, but your Gmail accounts and your Google Calendars as well. So you're going to get the whole enchilada here pretty darn soon. A big question that people have asked us is security and backup. What does that look like? Well, security and backup compatibility is available when using the Paper Tiger online. Paper Tiger, Monticello company, the databases are backed up nightly on their secure servers, which are hosted by Amazon Web Services. Amazon is a highly secure environment, and it prevents physical access where there's no people there accessing it. It's all automatic, and there is complete redundancy in maintaining and restoring your information. The Monticello's network is protected by state-of-the-art firewall. In addition to all accounts provide the security SSL security data encryption, which ensures your data gets to and from their servers safely. And then a word about Google security. We do have a link, and dang it, I didn't include it here. We do have a link on.
And I'm pasting that.
I beg your pardon?
I'm going to paste that right now into the chat section.
Okay. Okay, we have a Google link here to learn about the Google security so that you are familiar with this phenomenal security that Google uses. And for anybody out there who knows how big Google is, you can be assured that we are using their system, which is the best out there. I'm going to stop for a second. Do we have any questions yet? Any new questions popping up?
Yes, I went ahead and answered a couple of them, but someone is asking how many documents will 20 gigabytes hold. Do you have any idea?
Oh dear. That's a really good question, and honestly, I really don't know. Because everybody is different based on how much of it is going to be PDF'd, OCR recognized. So I don't know. I will, let's research that, and I'll make that part of our follow-up. I'll be sending out a follow-up newsletter, and I'll address these questions, and I'll answer that, because that's a darn good question. Thank you for asking that.
Okay, and somebody responded too, it depends on the content, and another person says hundreds of thousands of documents. So again, depending on the content, and like you said, depends on photos and text only and that kind of thing. So
yeah, hundreds of thousands, that's a lot.
yeah. Okay, someone is asking, are there any scanners that will not work with Paper Tiger? And let me just say that, and Ann, you can expand on this if you want, but since Paper Tiger will not be collecting your data once you scan them, all of your scanned documents will be created or scanned or converted into your Google Docs account, not into Paper Tiger. So whatever scanner you're using currently to scan to your desktop or wherever you're putting your documents now, you can upload those into your Google Docs account. Ann and I were talking earlier today, and she scans all of her documents into one folder that she has created for her scanned documents. And you can name it whatever you want to. And Ann has named hers, I forgot, scanned documents or something like that. And then when you use Chrome, you are able to, that's Google Chrome, internet browser, you are able to upload those files from the folder. So you can upload the folder, the complete folder at one time into Google Docs. And did you want to expand on that at all?
No, that's excellent. I don't know of any scanners that don't work, and in a lot of cases you are going to have to go to your manufacturer of that scanner and go to their help or chat line to figure out how to get it connected. Or, as I said, I have a technical person for a small fee. He can help you troubleshoot that and get that done quickly. Mm-hmm. Personally, I've spent a lot of hours on this, so if you if you have the time, great, to get it connected if you're having trouble. Otherwise, let me know and I'll connect you with the right person. All right?
One other question I'm going to say is people are wondering if this is in beta or if they will be able to log into their Paper Tiger online account and connect to Digital Tiger right now.
Not yet.
Currently, we are still in beta testing for Digital Tiger, so you can only get to the Digital Tiger section by invite only. At first, they will be connecting when Digital Tiger is available, and we do hope to have it available in Paper Tiger Online soon. You will be able to connect your Paper Tiger Online account to your Google account, thereby activating Digital Tiger as the video was demonstrating previously. This will be available in the basic and pro plans at first, and then we hope to have it available for multi-users soon thereafter. Hopefully that answers that question.
All right, I just want to also mention here that a lot of people, even though we're only in beta form now, it's a really good time now, and I'm going to give myself a little plug. I have a promotion at the end of this, mm-hmm. of talking with me about how can we strategize organizing your files, because a lot of times if you're starting out with a messy database or a messy architecture on your desktop right now, or you have several different systems where you're storing information, I think it's important that you'd take your time, create the vision of what you would like your data storage to look like and how and who you want to access it, and figure out really how much of it, though, you really need to use as searchability, because some of it may be so historical that you may not need it. I worked with a company actually 2 years ago, even before all this, but I've always seen this coming. I worked with a company that was international, and it had 5 directors managing electronic documents. And you can imagine, none of them were keeping them organized, and it wasn't collaborated. So I literally worked with them, and on one site in particular, so that we could organize and collaborate all of their files. And within a week, we got 15 years of business organized and in one container so that they could use electronic information access similar to this, and they're now all accessing the information easily. So I just want to point out that sometimes it does take a little work, and that's what me, a productivity consultant, can do to help you if you don't have the understanding of really how to simplify this.
Right. Yes, and you already have a system in place, and you know how people work, so you can customize it according to each individual office and be able to get them, like you said, get them working in no time. And while a week may sound like a long time to get something set up like this, you have to understand the return on investment as far as, yes, you're going to have to take some time up front, but the time that it will save you in a year's time will more than give that time back to you.
Right.
and there's another question here. I'm wondering about originals. If I scan a receipt, will that be accepted as original, or do I need to retain the original also?
Well, I've got two answers to that. One is the obvious answer: check with your accountant. Checking with your accountant, I've checked with my accountant, and my accountant said, well, and she's never really given me a good answer. I have thrown everything out after I've scanned it, because I have found that anytime I live in Colorado, my work is out of Colorado, anytime somebody has wanted something from the state of Colorado, Department of Labor, I just send them my scanned document, and I haven't had a problem yet. That's been my experience. So I have shredded anything that I've scanned in. But again, do check with your accountant and find out how critical it is to your business needs for your paper and electronic file retention. And then once you know that retention guideline for your business, I then recommend that you document it so that you and others know going forward what's going to be your business practice. All right, so can we go on to backup?
Yes.
Okay, we talked about the electronic backup for PaperTiger Online and also for backup for your Google Docs. But there's still the other backup, because people today are still losing data on their hard drive. There are several different systems out there, and one of them I recommend is Mozy. And if you would like to know a little bit more about that and you'd like some help getting that set up, I'll send you my link to that. It's $50 a year, and you can access anything, anywhere, whether it's just needing to be backed up or if you just need access to a file because you don't have access to your hard drive. So backup, backup, backup. Have we emphasized how important backup is? And that's one of the wonders of using the Digital Tiger with Google Docs, is all of your information is backed up and available anywhere. Well, I'd like to say that everything that we're talking about here with the Digital Tiger is the result of people wanting more freedom in their workday. Mobility is a way of doing business today. I think it is very rare that you don't know someone who at least has a smartphone. People everywhere are getting iPads, and as you heard, we're having a free drawing for one by the end of the month. People are using electronic systems because they want versatility in their work environment. And if you want that too, you need the tools, though, so that you can work efficiently with all of these different pieces of technology. I think we've talked about some question and answers that throughout, and if we have any additional ones, we'll address them now. While we're looking at questions, what I do want to point out is I've mentioned that I do have a coaching program that I work with my clients. And several of you from these webinars have taken advantage of my coaching program. Initially, everyone is invited to have a 30-minute free phone call conversation with me. Now, you've invested your time and energy and money and made decisions to learn about getting organized. You've already signed up for the PaperTiger Online, so you've made a small investment, and obviously it only makes sense for you that if it's too overwhelming of a task to move forward with your Digital Tiger and figuring out how to consolidate all this information, it's worth the investment to hire a professional to get it done quickly and easily. I have offered a very inexpensive coaching program. It's $297 for 30 days. I have a regular coaching program that I offer to my clients, my general business clients, and it's a $1,500 program for 3 months. For Digital Tiger prospective clients here, I'm offering it to them for only $297 for 30 days to really help them strategize if it's the right program for them. And guess what? Other issues come up too. So if you need some general organizational productivity coaching, you can get that with this program. So what I'd like you to do is to use the link that Janet has provided you first and set up your Paper Tiger online account. And then second, email me at amcgurty@strategizeandorganize.com, or you can go to my website, strategizeandorganize.com, and sign up for my coaching program. I do want you to know, though, I have a limited amount of spaces left for September. So that means you really should act right now if you want to take advantage of this $297 for 30 days starting in the month of September. I very much am looking forward to working with all of you because I know how it has helped so many other clients, and I'd like to see you have the great rewards of success, because when you are organized, there is unlimited potential on what you can do in your business. I've added a sheet here on online pricing, which is also available on the website for thepapertiger.com if you need some information about pricing. Well, thank you. If we have any closing comments here, Janet, this would be the time to do so. And if there's any last-minute questions, we're just about wrapping up, and I'd be happy to address them. Again, I do want to mention, though, you'll get a newsletter from me addressing any unanswered questions and giving you some information of follow-up action items. Thank you, everyone.
Great job, Ann. We thank you so much and appreciate your time and the helpful tips along the way. We do have one other question that I thought I would address. It says, does the data allow access to our own Google account or just a test database? While Digital Tiger is in beta testing, it connects to your real Google account. So when you connect or activate Digital Tiger in the beta, you are seeing your actual Google account and your Google Docs that you have uploaded. So, okay, everyone. Again, thank you so much, Ann. We appreciate everyone attending today. I have pasted all of Ann's contact information in the chat section, so please copy that from there. We will also be posting, well, we actually do, if you'll go to our blog and under the webinar category, you will be able to see all of Ann's contact information there as well. Please take her up on her special offering. You can't beat 30 minutes along with a special deal, and she'll be able to get you working more productive in no time.
All right, thanks, Janet. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, we want to thank you again for attending today's webinar, and again, we do plan on posting the recording on our website so you can refer back to it. The videos that we showed earlier in the video, please look at those or review those again from the Digital Tiger page. Ann, did you want to add anything else?
I'm all good.
Okay, we have a couple of comments here that says thank you for the webinar. So we appreciate it. We appreciate you very much, Ann. All right, everyone. Thanks again. We appreciate you using Paper Tiger. Have a great week.
Okay, happy fall.
Yeah, really. Bye.
Bye.
The organizer has ended the session, and this call will be disconnected.